Dave runs MIRTEC Europe, part of a global organization, and he is responsible for sales in Europe, and his business is based out of Plymouth in the UK. And I want to chat to Dave a little bit about how the announcement of Brexit has affected his business and how he thinks things will be for the future. So welcome, Dave.
Thanks, Keith.
I've already asked the question, so away you go.
Yeah, well, like probably everybody else across the industry, I was expecting all sorts of drama and issues with the announcement of Brexit. And other than obviously the crazy fluctuation of exchange rates, I got to say last year was the best year we've ever had. And we were growing from almost the announcement straight up through to the end of year. We posted a record year. We've been doing this job and we look after quite a wide area. It's not just Europe. We look after South Africa, we look after India, and we look after the Middle East. And right across all those territories, it just kept growing. And whether that was anything to do with Brexit, who knows? But certainly what it did not do is hurt us. Now, we're not an exporter from the UK. Our machines are made in South Korea, and as you are aware, the South Koreans are one of the best in the world for trade deals, and they've got arrangements with everybody. So bringing machines into any of the territories that I have to look after is not an issue. And we also can work in all the major currencies. So again, we can get away from exchange rates and things. We can deal directly with the currency of the country in most cases.
So basically the fact that your machines are coming in out of Europe means you haven't been caught with the pound dropping off too much. No. Then you've also got the advantage of being able to deal, let's say, multinationally, and Brexit has not caused a blip in your radar, and if it was a good blip.
Yes, as I say, I wouldn't attribute our success to Brexit in any shape or form, but what I would say is there was no noticeable bad side to it for us at this time. Now, we started the year this year, and you might have thought that perhaps it would be delayed, but again, we've actually gone off stronger this year than we were last year, which was our record year. So again, there is no sign that being a company based in Europe, trading internationally, is going to hurt us. And a large part of that, I believe, is down to the fact that we ship directly from Korea straight to our customers. And as I said previously, everybody's got a trade agreement with South Korea. Yeah.
So as long as the UK in its own right gets a trade deal with Korea and everything else, you're going to be really fine.
That's already in place, I believe. So bringing machines into the UK, typically we fly them in. Sometimes bring them by sea if there's no rush. Depends on what the customer requires, and it's pretty seamless. Customers come to our demo facility in Plymouth, they see our technologies, they place their order. Within a few weeks, the machines are completed and en route. They come into the UK, we look after the customers directly with our own engineers, so they've got a direct contact to the manufacturer, and this seems to be another reason why, of all territories last year, the UK grew from the lower end of our scale of sales to the second best territory. It was only India that could outperform the UK last year.
Yeah, so basically what you're saying is what we've been seeing with a lot of other companies that we talk to. The politicians may be struggling and panicking a little bit over Brexit, but the businesses and the technologists have pretty much got it under control, and they're looking at it either as not going to make any difference or possibly as a positive thing.
Yes, I think so. One of the issues that you've got, of course, is this is still very early, and what happens in another 6 months or another year as the Brexit obviously goes into its second or third lap, as opposed to leaving the starting line, who knows? But we can only speak about what we know, and at the moment, thankfully, no bad signs. I think what is more likely is that we will not be alone in 3 years' time, and Brexit could very well be followed by exits from one or two other major European countries, especially if we continue to win large investments from places like Japan with the automotive industry coming to the UK, etc. That might open a lot of European eyes towards, well, it didn't hurt them, and maybe we should follow suit. So it's just my personal feeling. I think there's a chance that we will not be alone. We might have been the first, but I don't think we'll be the last.
Well, Dave, thank you for coming in, and thank you for sharing your view of the future of the nearby world for us. And hope you have a very good rest of the show.
Thank you, Keith.
Not
Always
at
a
all.
pleasure.
Thanks, Dave. Hi, welcome back. This is Keith Bryant, and I'm here with Tanya Martin from the SMTA. Tanya and I met last week in Hawaii. Job is not always as tough as people believe, but we were at the SMTA Pan-Pacific Conference, which has been going for a lot of years now.
And 22.
Okay, yeah, 22 years. It was only my second conference, but I have to say it was a very strong conference, a lot of very good technology papers from Asia, and a very good level of audience as well. So how do you think the PanPac conference is progressing?
I think it's been going well. We have a lot of return attendees, but we also have a large number of new attendees each year. The great thing about it, it's a more intimate, smaller one of our conferences. So it really allows people to make strong connections, not just exchanging business cards, but interfacing with people and having good conversations that will carry on past the conference.
Yeah, it definitely is very much an event where you get very close to the audience and the people get very close to you. So yeah, it makes a good difference. And what are you seeing generally with the take-up of conferences and things that you guys are putting on? Are the levels of attendees still holding up well?
Yep. We have so much time behind our screens doing emails and everything that having those face-to-face conferences really have continued to remain strong. We have a number of conferences that have more general manufacturing, but we've been able to also start some that have more focused topics, which have really helped as well.
Yeah, one thing that I have to say I always notice with the SMTA, they always seem to manage to pick the hot topics for their conferences. So.
Yes, yep, we are always identifying and or addressing emerging technologies, as well as pushing more out on digital content. Yep.
Yeah, and I have to say, and I have to declare an interest here because Tanya and I are working together on a conference which is going to take place in Europe at the end of May on cleaning, coding, and contamination. And there's a great lineup of speakers wanting to come over from the US to do this as well. And I think it proves the strength of the draw of the SMTA.
As well as the Smart Group. Yes.
Wow. Well, yes, but as you guys are bringing people from the US, then I'm going to give you most of the credit.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. We have a great team, great membership body.
Yeah. And you see that you're still working hard to keep yourselves relevant to the industry.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, Tanya, thank you for coming in and sharing your time and your views with us.
Thank you.
And enjoy the rest of the show, and hope you get to spend some time at home now.
Yes, yes. Thank you. You're very welcome.
Hi, welcome back. I have another guest with me today. I have, okay, we're actually failing here with the technology, but we have Tim from Elite Feeder Solutions, and basically he has a very interesting product which he's demonstrating here at the show. He's a little bit nervous, so please bear with him. He says he's not used to being in front of the camera. So I guess the first simple question I'm going to ask you is tell us a little bit about Elite Feeder Solutions.
Okay, well, Elite Feeder Solutions is a company based in East Kilbride and Reading in the UK. It's part of Elite Interfaces, which is a company that's been formed 31 years ago. So the things that we get involved in are anything that can range from a simple test fixture to a complete automated board handling system. We're very, very bespoke in nature. So we really don't always know what's coming next from the type of things that we do, but we're essentially a bespoke company.
Yeah, so you're continually building custom products.
Yeah. And that's where the specialist feeders concept has come about, from that use of those manufacturing facilities.
Okay, so what exactly is a specialist feeder?
Okay, we're not making feeders that already exist in the marketplace. The company focuses the design and manufacture of bespoke solutions, so therefore that's very much our thing. We're not working or competing with any of the existing feeders or pick and place machines in that sort of area either.
Okay, so you're handling all what we'd call the weird and the odd form and the unusual stuff.
Yeah, like tape feeders and that type of thing,
Yeah. So basically, what you would do is almost take on a project from somebody who has a problem with a component that they can't get running through their standard feeders.
Yeah. For example, we've taken on board solutions like a slimline feeder, where there was a need to actually replace the existing feeders, which are a 60mm feeder, with a 30mm feeder, so therefore it can fit in one slot on the machine.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So you're able to handle a lot of the, let's call them the new technology labels.
Sure. In fact, actually, we're able to, with a special variant, go down to 3x3mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty small. And people are actually reading that kind of label at the moment?
Absolutely. Yeah. In fact, we've even gone further with specialist designs. I mean, because of our bespoke background, we're able to pretty much take on anything that someone can ask. And we have actually, in fact, another example of something that we've done is we've actually taken sensors and actually placed sensors onto boards as well, which are that sort of size.
Okay. So you're really working at the front end of the technology within pick and place then?
Well, it's a specialist area for sure. It's niche, yeah.
Oh yeah, I know you're being polite, but as you're working with something which is, bespoke. Obviously, the pick and place guys are building volume feeders to handle volume things.
Yeah.
When a new component or a new label or something comes along, it's going to take them a long time to generate something that's going to handle it. whereas you guys can step in and do something much quicker because it's your business.
Yeah, it's our business. Bespoke has always been the type of thing that we've been involved in, so therefore we listen to the customers, and that's where our ideas come from, and the products come from that.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about your pocket tape feeder?
Okay, this is a very interesting development that's just about to come out. There's a very, very deep pocket, which means it can have some really quite odd-shaped components. And the important part of that is that it's got automatic waste reception as well, so therefore it can pretty much run 24/7. So it can be a very specialist solution in your pick-and-place machine, which, you know, would have maybe not always been in a pick-and-place machine or a robot machine. It would be very much hand based.
Yeah, it's a lot of things a lot of people don't think about when they look at feeders, but yeah, as well as the feeder you've got the tape or you've got something else, and that's got to be handled as well.
Sure. Yeah, sure. As a company, we're involved in robotics as well and doing solutions with robotics. So it's not just pick and place, it's actually the automation of that whole process.
Well, I have to say, thank you for coming in and chatting to us. It's really nice to talk to a good, let's call it a British engineering company,
right,
who are working and still being successful in our industry. So I wish you luck, and thank you for coming in and talking to us.
Thank you for giving the chance to talk, Keith. Bye-bye.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes my show for today. We're going to leave you with some images of our close friend Donal, and some of us are probably going to go to a bar to toast his memory. So thank you for listening and watching, and if we don't see you before, then we'll see you next year.